I welcome everybody here to the GATE ICT Cadet Training Facility. We're going to go through just one of the components of HEART, which is a collaboration between LIME and the government of Antigua and Barbuda. And I'd like Studio 4 to get the first slide up for me. We'd like to have everybody out of here hopefully no later than 1:45. Before I speak about HEART for a few minutes, I just want to say that as a forerunner to HEART, we've obviously done a project with Digicel called GATE, which is the Government Assisted Technology Endeavor. And that collaboration resulted in the deployment of a new 4G LTE network in Antigua. And we have a training program called the ICT Cadet Training Program. Several of the people you see here are actually cadets that are training. It has 4 blocks to it. We've been able to successfully navigate most of the blocks, and very simply, those blocks are designed to transfer skills to young people and those who might have an interest in retooling. So, for instance, that equipment that is old would normally be discarded. We don't use this equipment any further, so we use it and train cadets how to look at the operating systems. So block 1 is a very simple block. It's computer repairs, upgrades, and diagnostics. They spend about 8 weeks, and part of their remit is to go out when government is deploying hardware. The other block is inventory control, data inputting, device demonstrations. For instance, most of these iPads which we're allocating today would be have been set up by some of the cadets in that block. Equally, this is a group of cadets that when we get requests for hardware, they go out and make sure that they see the deployment from step A to step, the final step. And then the other block is the new media block, which focuses on digital media productions, script writing, web journalism. And this is a snapshot of the studio live. It's the 4th room in here. We're able to produce high definition videography, and we can stream from this facility live onto the internet in high definition. This is why I have been a proponent a long time ago of revamping ABS, because a 800 square foot facility with the right equipment and the right sort of mindset can produce the content. So we have finished with the first group of cadets. We're actually working on a project with them with Professor Levy. Is Professor Levy in the building? Okay, it would be nice if maybe later on. Yeah. We have done a partnership with Ithaca College, which is one of the best digital media schools on the eastern seaboard of the United States. So we're transitioning the cadets from the program now to an entrepreneurial side. So we're going to show you just a few slides. We're going to literally run through them because the device demonstration setup may take about 15 minutes. So can I get the first slide, please? Because I want to share with you some of the components of this HEART project. And maybe I should say that the timing of this is not deliberate. It's more accidental. We spent about 24 months talking to Digicel, to LIME back and forth. So they finally decided they will go through with the project. So I'm not going to talk much about the assistive resources technology side of it at all, but the main feature there is the construction of a new facility to replace the existing school for the blind and the school for the deaf, which is at the back of the T.N. Kernan School. That is operated by the Ministry of Education. And then there's the Vocational and Rehab Center on Factory Road. So the government is going to get all of these facilities into a single consolidated facility. Go back one slide, please. So this is valued at approximately $2.4 million. The funding is set. Neither LIME nor government can change its mind. And commercially, LIME is deploying a 4G LTE network in October. They have already lit their HSPA Plus network. When you power up your iPads today, you will see it says 3G. And in September or October, we will call you back and swap the SIM card so that it can talk to the 4G LTE network. So the total investment on the part of Lime in this new network, including human resource training, including a whole bunch of other things, is approximately $35.4 million. And for the benefit of some of you who might be interested, it's very interesting if you could see the back end, because when you and I use our phone, it's talking to a network at the back, and there's a lot of equipment, billing equipment, and just to make sure the network is talking to the underground fiber optic cable systems, etc. So let's spend a few minutes talking about human entrepreneurship. Next slide, please. Next. We have done some basic work on the entrepreneurial side, and we're going to go through the slides very quickly. There are about 3 or 4 areas where we're solidifying under the Human Entrepreneurship Project. Next. So we have begun doing digital photography training here. Most of the cadets have already had some level of interaction with Professor Levy, who is a well-known professor of photography. And we were able to work with friendly governments and bring in a substantial amount of equipment. Every cadet who is in this training program has a camera assigned to them. There is a very big market here for that, because the creative work is not really just for Antigua. If we had more time, we can tell you about the world of opportunity for competing for digital photography work and digital creative work online. Next, please. We also signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Technology in Jamaica. Professor Morrison was here recently. Next. And there are some key areas that we want to go after: income-generating projects and collaborative research and technology initiatives. There's stuff that they're doing that we would like to learn from, and there's some things that we're doing that they're trying to learn from as well. Next. So we brought in a whole bunch of cameras. This is one of the cadets here, Alicia. She's working on, the first group of cadets is working on publishing a production. I don't want to call it a book, that has commercial value. Under this particular component, we will train 250 cadets. This is just in the photography side. All of these photographs you see in the corridor here were taken by